This is supposed to be diesel. That don't look like diesel to me. I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do right now. Where are we?
Destin Harbor.
What are we doing here?
Drinking beers.
Drinking beers, and we're gonna eat a pork loin for dinner, maybe.
That's the only thing thought out, so yeah.
All right. Then what are we doing?
We're gonna go dinghy and be stupid with the rest of the guns.
But we are in Destin Harbor right now, like she said. Oh, let me get up the. I didn't feel like messing with the beamy top, which we do have the nice beamy top that hooks up to the Dodger. This was an old one from our last boat. It was just a sheet. It's all reinforced in the corners. And then we scotch guarded it and just took it on with some bungees and put it over the boom, and it works amazing. It takes like 2 seconds to put up and take down. So we just got that up since we're just gonna be here for the night. No reason to take out the beamy and strap it all down. But here we are, Destin Harbor. Hang out for the night. It's always, we've anchored here before. Really smooth anchorage here. So we're just gonna hang out here tonight, drink some beers. We're gonna go get in the dinghy, go up there into the water and just kind of hang out for a little bit. Just try to enjoy the rest of the day. And tomorrow we're gonna wake up around 4, leave at sunrise out Destin Pass, and we're gonna continue our trip on out. But this is our scenery for the night, y'all. Little tiki bars driving around, a few little boats anchored. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. What was that?
Beer?
Beer. Well, this is the second time we've anchored over here in Destin Harbor. It's a really smooth anchorage. It does get a little loud. Last night there was like 4 bands playing and it was just terrible. I think they were all trying to play the same song and they were just offbeat with each other. I don't know, but it was Sunday night and the bands probably stopped about 2 in the morning. They were a little loud, but it's really smooth here. It's a really protected place to anchor for a night or two. Hell, it looks like people live here, to be honest, and just work, because I've been seeing people going back and forth to the bars. It looks like they're in uniform, so not a bad setup though. Really smooth, a lot of fishermen, a lot of people, but it is 6:15. We're running a little behind this morning, but that is okay. We about got everything ready to go. Cassie's getting dressed right now. Done had our coffee, and we about to roll out Destin Pass out into the Gulf and make our way on over. I think we're about 80 miles away, so should be there before somewhere around dark. I'm gonna say 12-13 hours, give or take, depending on the speed we can make. Worst case, we come in at dark over there and just anchor. It's a pretty big entrance, it looks like, over there, and I got all of our courses plotted. So on one chart plotter and on my phone as a backup, so we should be good to go. Doesn't look like there's any big shallow spots we got to worry about over there. We can just anchor anywhere, even if it's a little rough if we come in at night. And then we're just gonna hang out. What's today? Monday. We'll probably hang out there until Thursday, and then leave Friday morning and come on home, something like that. Unless we don't like it over there, and then we'll stay a day or two and then leave. So good part about having no real plans and having, you know, the time to do it. So, but here's Destin Harbor. Fishing boats and tour boats everywhere, but really smooth. Yep. I don't know. Oh yeah, he just took off that way. Well, we out about 5-6 miles off of Destin Pass. About 5-6 miles offshore, continuing on out. There's like no wind, so we're kind of motor sailing, just got the main up. Really smooth seas. crazy how smooth it is. So hopefully it stays like this because this is nice. Let's get a little bit more wind. But we on the way, guys. It's gonna be a beautiful day. If nothing else, it's beautiful.
So Justin finally got a decent sized fish.
No idea what this is. And then as Cassie was reeling in our other line, she got one too, but we didn't have a steel leader on that and it could completely cut the line as soon as she put pressure on it. But I don't know what I got. It jumped once or twice and it kind of looks silver, so maybe a king. I don't know, this thing's fighting like hell though. Look at the teeth on that thing.
Oh, I don't know if we can
All right.
tell that.
We still don't have enough wind to actually sail. Windy and everything's showing that there's gonna be a wind shift here in probably about 30-40 minutes. And it's gonna be coming from the southwest, so it's gonna be this way. And it's supposed to be like 8-9 knots. So then we should have good sailing. But right now we're in like 3 knots of wind. So we're still kind of motor sailing. Just had the main up because it's catching a little bit and it's keeping the boat kind of stable. So, but so far it's been a good, peaceful trip. Except for we lost a couple fish.
Definitely lost one fish.
My bad.
Terrible.
Well, wind hasn't been great for us today. We're still kind of motor sailing. Now we got yeah, we got like 4 or 5 knots of wind coming in the wrong kind of direction, but we kind of got big seas, so we need to keep the sails up so that way the boat's smooth. But we're fighting trying to keep the sail from flapping, so it's I'm sure a better sailor could do this. That's why I got Cassie man in the wood. Yeah, our damn brand new autopilot messed up. And I think that's why we're having such a hard time, to be honest. We done got spoiled by it a little bit this trip, and our autopilot messed up. It was pulling to go port, and the damn thing pulled all the way, and it sounds like it broke the stop in it because it just keeps pulling port. But to turn port, because it pulls my way, so it turns at port, right? Yeah. So. But it pulls the starboard side to turn the boat port, and it's just like the stop or something broke in it. Damn autopilot's not even, what, 3 months old, 4 months old, if that. Bought brand new, blah blah blah. Every time I buy the right stuff and the good stuff, this is what happens. So we're gonna have to get back and try to get that thing warrantied out, because it's only been a couple months. It's never been wet, and I don't know what the hell, why it did it, but it did it. It was pulling and it just pulled and it never stopped, and now it goes. But we're 22 miles from our destination. Not all the way down to Cape San Blas, but we'll be there at least in the bay over there by Mexico Beach area, so we can get in whatever bay that is. I forget, I think it's Point Joseph. I don't even remember what the damn name of the bay is right now. But at least we can get over there and get anchored somewhere over there and eat us some dinner. Eat some dinner and what?
Drink beer.
Drink a damn beer. Or 4.
All of them.
All of them. All of them. I think we only got like 40, 50 left, but that's okay. There's a Piggly Wiggly over here somewhere, I'm told. Yeah, we got tons of rum and vodka though, but no ice because our freezer's not freaking working. I'm a little disappointed with my freezer. So I'm gonna have to get on Amazon and do a really bad review on this thing. It works perfect as a refrigerator, but it won't freeze. Yeah, 25 degrees is as low as we can get it by itself. If you put a bunch of frozen stuff in there, it'll go down to like 22, 23, 19, but it won't maintain it. Yeah, most of our food's starting to thaw out, so that's all right. Lesson learned, I guess. You can't see Cassie up there. It's dark. She's not happy. She's not happy at all. All right, we're 12 miles from location. This is the never-ending.
But wait, there's more.
There's always more with us, it seems like. All right, so we were on our way from Destin. We didn't have good wind at all. We were kind of motor sailing. We had some wind, okay. We started motoring because we just lost all wind. Just motoring, pretty big seas, 4 or 5 foot seas. Just kind of throwing us around. That's okay. We had 22 miles. Well, we're down to 13 miles to go. The motor started sounding funny and then it died. I thought maybe we were out of gas. I keep extra gas on here. I dumped 5 gallons in. Still wouldn't run. So I came down here. I'm like, it's a fuel issue. I know it is because that's what it sounded like. Well, I don't even know if y'all can see me, but I don't even care. You can hear me. So I came down here to check fuel filters and stuff. So I checking fuel filters and they were fucking disgusting. It looked like water and mud and then iced tea. I've got extra filters on here, so that's not an issue. I got plenty of extra filters. I've still got another 5 gallons of clean fuel, but I keep pumping and pumping and pumping this out the tank. And y'all ready for this shit? This is supposed to be diesel. That don't look like diesel to me. I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna pump it out some more. Maybe I can pump out a few gallons and get this clean, put this in our empty 5 gallon tank. It's like a 2 gallon bucket. So I can pump out 5 gallons, and then if that don't work, the only thing I could think to do is disconnect the fuel line, plug it up, and then just put the fuel line into our 5 gallon jerry can and then pump it down and just run off the jerry can until we can get the pump cleaned out. I mean the tank cleaned out. So thank God where we're going, there's a town, there's a marina, there's a parts store. I hope there's a parts store. Either which way there'll be a gas station or something, so we'll figure it out. And we got the dinghy. Problem is we're almost the damn place we got to be. Like I said, we're like 12 miles out. We're just sailing with just the head sail, of course. But we're only cruising like 2 knots because there's not a lot of wind. But we're like 12 miles away, and I don't think we're gonna be able to sail through this pass, not with this wind. So I have no idea what we got to do. So I got to quit talking to y'all, and I got to work on this never-ending nightmare of a trip. Everything's testing us this time, but we ain't broke yet. And we almost broke, but we ain't broke yet. Well, as you can hear, got all the filters cleaned up and changed out. Pumped out a couple of gallons. Those 5 gallons filled up my jerry can, and I had a 5 gallon bucket on here. Then we kept our cast net in with the lid on. Got that about filled up. Put our last 5 gallon of clean diesel in there. All brand new filters. It's like fucking, I'm sorry, it's freaking like 10:30 at night. We left Destin this morning. Our alarm went off at 4. It's been a long day. Motor is running. We let it idle for a few minutes before we put a load on it, but I think we're gonna be okay. I think. I don't know. Well, after a long, crazy trip, we pulled up last night, dropped anchor, went to sleep. No, we drank beers.
We dropped anchor at 2.
At 2.
We drank 2 beers and 8 hot dogs.
At 2 a.m. 3 a.m.
We went to bed at 4.
We went to bed at 4. So we had hot dogs and beer for a 4 a.m. snack.
We had beer at 4 a.m. Our first beer of the day was at 4 a.m.
We did good. It was a stressful ass day. All we wanted was to freaking sit and have a beer.
We went 19 hours.
19 hours
with
without
the
beer.
motor on.
With the motor on, with no wind. Issues. Then no wind. And then we got the motor going. And then we only had 5 gallons of fuel to get us where we had to go. 5 gallons of fuel to get us, like, how long did we freaking have to motor after we got it fixed?
3.5 hours? 3 hours?
So we motored for 3.5 hours, give or take, on 5 gallons of fuel. And I was paranoid as hell we were going to run out of fuel. The fuel dock is 4.5 nautical miles away, and pray they have diesel. I haven't called. I've noticed a lot of these boat fuel docks don't have diesel. Yep. So, was showing we have right about 1/4 of a tank though, so that means if that's true, we didn't really use much fuel at all. So we should have enough to get over there. I got to figure out how all that water got in my tank. I don't know if there's a leak or if it was just bad fuel, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on my filters, and I'm probably gonna get more jerry cans, and I'm really gonna look like a world traveler with freaking 30 gallons of diesel hanging off the side of my boat. So, but that's it for part 1, y'all. Hopefully the rest is just gonna be us walking on the beach and picking up shells and catching catfish. I don't even care anymore. So as long as I'm not in a bilge and pumping out water, and yeah. All right.
Subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button, please. I mean, you don't have to.